Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review The Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3, Episode 5. This episode starts with Sophia making a call to Caroline. Sophia was thanking Caroline for her event. They got to talking about Dabota's upcoming event, right? Dabota was going to host them at this beach house. And so Sophia then asked Caroline if Caroline would like to come to join her on her boat, on her jetty. And then they both go in her jetty to the beach house that Dabota has invited them to, right?
Would you like to come? Because we're both in Banana. Why don't you just come with me and we leave from my jetty? We'll leave together on my boat.
That's perfect. That'll be fine.
And I guess she says this because they both stay in Banana Island. They both even stay in the same estate. So I guess that's the reason why she said that. At this point, let me comment that I really like Sophia's outfit in the diary room. It's giving very classy, sexy, chic. So that's what I loved about it. The hats, the diamonds, the beads, the suits. I really liked it. So we then go to Mariam's husband, whose name is John. We then see Mariam's husband, right? He has gone to Lagos because Mariam had mentioned in a previous episode that she and her husband have relocated to the US. So I guess the husband came in just to see her, right? And so it was at this point that Mariam was showing her husband the recent project she's working on, the project that she was working on with that her IT guy Henry previously, right? So Mariam then shows that project to her husband here.
So in this law, do you think the law inside should be changed to beauty? Because my website guy said I should change it to beauty.
You could do beauty, smaller letters inside the lure. So there'll be beauty inside, but it'll be small letters.
So the project is Leo Beauty, right? And Mariam shows this project to her husband. He gives his suggestions, right? And from what I can understand from this project, Leo Beauty, like it looks like to me, it looks like Mariam is also trying to break into the beauty industry. And that was what just kept crossing my mind. Like, Mariam, are you trying to break into the beauty industry, or you've been in it for a while and we do not know? I really wish that part is explained, because this is the Mariam who had complained in episode 1 that Laura, Diadem, and Dabota are beauty entrepreneurs. So, and she had expressed that she was kind of scared that there will be some sort of clash because of that. So that's why I'm so surprised that she too, from where I'm sitting, from where I'm watching it looks like she too is trying to also join them to be beauty entrepreneurs. And I don't know why she do that. So I really hope that it's explained further down the line. Maybe she has been into it. She has been to Lush Beauty before, or maybe she's like helping out a client or something. I don't know. I just wish that it would be explained. So what can I say from Mariam's husband? I would say Mariam's husband is good looking. It's from this saying that we hear that he has had 2 children from a previous relationship before meeting Mariam and having Noah with her. From the conversation that Mariam is having with her husband, what I can see and decode is that Mariam deeply respects her husband. And she even says something like that in the diary room. Like,
his opinion definitely matters to me a lot when it comes to this project.
I'm watching it, I'm actually seeing it. There's this sort of respect. There's this way she kind of carries herself around her husband. The next thing shows Sophia and Anita meeting up at Eden restaurant. So, like we've stated in previous episodes, Anita was Mariam's makeup artist on her wedding day, and she's also a friend to Sophia. So, like, Anita is a mutual friend to Sophia and Mariam, right? Anita and Sophia meet up and they are discussing the layout of Sophia's store. Sophia plans to open a store for her TSM brand. So they are discussing it. Like, I guess Anita is in charge of the project and she's just updating Sophia, right? And then after that, they start to discuss Mariam, because Sophia tells Anita that she has met the ladies and she has met Mariam. And then Anita starts to tell Sophia about her experience doing Mariam's makeup on her wedding day.
Did she tell you I did her makeup for her wedding?
She did. She told me she was late that day, and she was like, she doesn't even know how you pulled it together.
I knocked on Mariam's door in the morning. I think 5 a.m. I can't remember. I was like, this was in Dubai. I said, Mariam, well, your makeup. She said, makeup.
That sounds like Mariam.
And I did that makeup sleeping, but she's an amazing person.
She is. She's super cool. I love her.
Anyway, so they just chit chat and Anita gives Sophia advice on how to handle the whole situation of being a housewife with the other ladies and stuff like that. So we move to the next scene. Dabota and Diadem meet up at the spot where they are supposed to take the boats to the beach house, right? And I also like to comment on Dabota's outfit here. I sort of like understand the concept of the outfits. She just looked like a pea in a pod. She looked like she was that sweet part. She was a nectar in a beautiful flower. Like, that's what I loved about the outfit. It was like she was a pretty nectar in a beautiful flower. So I really liked that outfit. Anyway, it was actually Dabota that arrived first anyway. And then the other met up with her. And then they started discussing, waiting for the other ladies to join them. And Dabota calls Carol.
Did you call any of them? Let me call Caroline. Her phone is busy.
And Dabota then decides to call Mariam.
I'm at home right now trying to get ready for this trip, but I have a whole lot going on. My supplier, my husband is traveling tomorrow. So I'm even contemplating not leaving today. I'm contemplating leaving tomorrow because my mother doesn't want to leave today because they literally just came into town for a few days.
And then that's when Mariam starts to tell her that
Sorry, I think I'm going to be running late a little bit. And I think Sophia is running late, so I think I'll come with her.
even on the phone, Dabuta was saying, you know what, you're not the only one that has a family problem. We all have a family problem. It's unfair that you left us here waiting.
Miriam, your Dadam is here. Miriam, Dadam is here. You kept us waiting. It's not nice. Boda, it don't make sense. You're not supposed to do this kind of thing.
I don't see me. I have
Me too, I have family issues. I have family visits.
I don't have family issues. I have things.
They were actually waiting under the sun, sweating, taking drinks to cool down their temperature. And you know, what the issue I had, in fact, from this scene, I just noticed that something was off. Because first of all, you are running late, and you don't tell the host the reason why you're running late. The host is the one that has to call you before you start explaining yourself. Like, I just found it mannerless. I'm not saying that you cannot be late for an event. You can, but you should at least update the person who has invited you. Especially in this kind of case where they're all supposed to meet to get on a boat, right? So you're supposed to explain, okay, so and so is happening. I might not get there on time. I don't know if we follow, but like just not saying anything, and it's Dabuta that is then calling before you start giving your excuse. I don't know. I just found it off, and I already knew from that point that something had gone south, right? And Dabuta calls Carol.
Hi, my love.
What's up
I
with
know
you?
you're waiting. We're coming. I'm coming.
It's okay. Oh, yeah, be coming now, so we can
Okay,
go.
my love, I'm coming. I promise you.
All right,
I'm
darling.
Love
Okay.
you, loads.
Bye. Bye. Mwah.
So they discuss the wait for like 2 hours, and none of the other ladies show up, right? So anyway, Mariam promises that she'll call back in 5 minutes, like to update Dabuta, to let Dabuta know if she'll be able to make it or not. And Mariam calls back in that 5 minutes, right? And she says, oh, she will not be able to make it on time. So instead of keeping Dabuta waiting, it's better Dabuta should just go, and then they meet at the beach house. She's going to follow Sophia on her boat. It was off. Honestly, it was off. So while Dabuta and Dadem were waiting for Mariam to call back in that 5 minutes that she talked about, Dadem was then telling Dabuta about Sophia, because you know Dabuta wasn't around when Sophia was introduced in episode 4, right? So Dadem was then telling Dabuta about Sophia, and she was saying that Sophia is a professor, that because every single thing that they said, Sophia would then say, oh, I read it somewhere. So she's a professor, and Dabuta tells us in the diary room.
Caroline already told me about Sophia, so I'm looking forward to meeting her, and I've made all the necessary arrangements to make sure that she's comfortable.
But she tells Dadem that on this trip there will be no time for anybody to be a professor, right? So that was before Mariam calls back to update them that she'll be following Sophia. So while Mariam was explaining that she'd follow Sophia on her boat, you know, Dadem got pissed. And so Dadem was saying it over the phone that what Mariam did was not nice. Just leaving them out there in the sun, it was not fair and all that. And it was Mariam's reaction for me in the diary room.
I don't understand why Adela is screaming on the phone. Who is she talking to? I'm not really in that frame of mind for her to be like, I don't understand. Who is she talking to? I like you, Adela. Sorry, I'm not fire for. Who are you talking to?
And I was like, where is all this coming from? That reaction in the diary room I was like, it's uncalled for. Like, hello, you are the one that is late. You kept these people waiting. You didn't inform them. So if they didn't call you, you just rather leave them there to dry out in the sun, and then you are getting angry. Like, it was just uncalled for, honestly. And I knew, like I said, I already knew from this episode that something was already off. And even over the phone call, during the phone call, right, Dadem even mentioned that she had called Mariam.
I called you, right? I called you. You didn't pick my call.
This morning,
This afternoon.
you called my other line. I did not send in this call. My other line is charging.
Like, seriously, Mariam, you left it to charge. And towards in the space of 2 hours, you couldn't call her back. Something was already off. But I didn't want to, at this point I already knew, but I didn't want to really jump into conclusion. I was like, maybe this is just a Mariam situation. She's the only one acting this way, right? And when Dadam even finally asked Mariam over the phone, like, when will you be coming? Like, Mariam like totally ignored her.
We will be there.
Why are
to
you coming
welcome
today,
you.
though?
Alright,
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
No problem at all. Take care. Bye bye.
Alright.
Like, Mariam was just being saucy for no reason, right? Because, like me watching it now, I didn't see anything that warrant that kind of behavior. Carol then calls Dabuta, told her that she'd be running late, and it was what Carol was saying about opportunities that are missed, that turn to blessings or whatever.
Yes, I can talk, darling. What's up?
Sorry, so sorry for the delay. Well, everything that is delayed always comes with beautiful blessings. So I'm sure we're going to have mad fun later, but I'm so sorry.
It's
So
okay.
in order for me not to run late, I would hop on Sophia's boat.
I was like, Carol, why are you trying to be patronizing? And at this point, it was already like 3 hours later. Dabuta and the them have waited there 3 hours. Like, what's that? And Dabuta had already prepared a boat. Actually, a yacht anyway. She explains that she prepared a yacht for all of them to go to the beach house. And then all of you just, to me, it looked like gang up. They all ganged up and decided not to go on Dabuta's yacht and decided to follow Sophia instead. Like, why? Dabuta is the host, and if she wanted you guys to come on your own to the beach house, she would have said it. But she provided the yacht, and then it's this kind of like, Honestly, it didn't sit well with me. At this point, I was already disappointed in these women, Carol, Sophia, and Mariam. I was just disappointed because nothing to from where you know me watching it. It's possible that so many things have happened off camera that we are not seeing, but from where I'm sitting watching it, it looks like gang up to me. After the call with Carol, Dadem asked Dabuta if Dabuta has called Laura, and Dabuta's response was like, she hasn't reached out to Laura, sort of, and Dadem was like, oh, she doesn't have Laura's number. If not, she would have called Laura to ask where Laura is. You understand, to be able to monitor her movement or something like that. And while Dadem was saying this, it was the look on Dabuta's face that was just priceless for me. Like
My girl, oh, I love Laura. I have her number. Maybe I'll get her number today.
the look was that kind of look like I don't really care for Laura, so that's why I'm not even asking after her. Like it was just obvious. And then Daniel says, oh, it's just unfortunate I don't have Laura's number. And Laura is my girl. I would have called her. I like the way Dabuta said,
So always need to reach out to Laura to even find out where she is.
You can call her if you
I
want,
don't have her number. I don't have her number either.
but you love her.
I love her. I believe me.
it was also classy. We could already see from that. I could already see from there that Dabuta was not even interested. If Laura was going to make it fine, and she was not going to make it as her business. Dabuta wasn't even interested in Laura, and I can understand. So Carol goes to Sophia's house so that she can get on Sophia's boat. Right. I also like Diadem's outfit in the diary room. It was really, really nice. I like the hair thing, the hairpins, and I like that tie that looked like woven hair. It was really beautiful. I really liked it. So, Dabuta then explains the painful part of all this in the diary room. She explains that she actually rented the yacht for 1.8 to take them to the beach house and return them back. And it's so painful to see that this woman just refused to come on the yacht with her. So, like, Dadia couldn't keep that, will I say, annoyance to herself. She even had to voice it out. Now, this one that everybody's getting on Sophia's boat.
Everybody's going on Sophia's boat. Me. If Sophia don't say boat cruise, you know. Is it the one doing boat cruise? Me, I don't like this thing. I don't like it. I don't like. There's actually nothing to worry about.
Who decided to go to the beach house alone. So it was only Dadem and Dabuta that got on Dabuta's yacht to go to the beach house. And that was just sad, honestly. So Dadem and Dabuta both tried to have fun on the yacht, and then they popped a bottle of champagne. And from the way it was bought, I can see it's original champagne. So, and they got to the beach house. The beach house is bamboo beach house. Walking in at the entrance, Dabuta had already set up this board with each of the ladies' pictures. And, Dadem even said she liked the picture that Dabuta picked out, because Dabuta actually picked out these pictures herself without the help of anyone. And it was printed out on this board. And, on it was written, Dabuta welcomes you to bamboo beach house and stuff like. It was really, really nice. And I feel like the whole point of putting out that board was defeated, because it was supposed to be something that all the ladies saw at the same time and expressed excitement together. So it's kind of like, anyway, let me just leave it at that. Like, it was just kind of sad to see that it was only Dadem that was the first person to come to see this kind of welcome, after Dabuta had put so much work into it. So when they got to where the rooms were, right, Dabuta noticed Sophia's name on a particular door, and Mariam's on another door, and Dabuta is like, it shouldn't be like this. So she exchanged their names, removing Sophia from that room to the other room where Mariam was supposed to be, and then taking Mariam's name back. Do you understand? So she then shows Dadem hers and Dadem's room, right? So they both settle in and they wait for the other ladies to come. The room that Dadem changed Sophia's name to was the room that faced the gates, right? But she's the host, right? And she paid for this room, so she can decide to put anybody where she wants to put anybody. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. When Dadem entered her room, right, there was a gift pack on the bed, and it was obvious that there will be a gift pack in everybody's room as well. Like, it was just so nice. I like the place. That's why Dadem and Dabuta's room was so serene, so clean. It had that air of peace. Like, the rooms were really, really nice. So Sophia met Caroline when she stepped out of her house. So when she comes out, Caroline asked Sophie what she's wearing, and she's wearing CNCN brand. Then Mariam later meets up with Sophia and Caroline, and when they meet, we kind of see that they are both wearing the same hairstyle. That's Sophia and Mariam are wearing the same type of hairstyle.
Yay!
Why are we twinning?
Stop copying my.
You need to back up on me.
So I guess maybe it's a coincidence. I'm not sure. And then when they met, when Mariam joined them, like, and they were like greeting each other, I was kind of like surprised. Caroline acted in a way that I wasn't really expecting. I've not seen her act in that way before.
I had a lot going on today. Sorry.
Look amazing.
I'm like, when did you guys get so close that you're playing this kind of play? Like, I can understand what happened in episode 4. That was a game, right? I thought it ended there. So I didn't really understand. Like, honestly, and you see this episode, Carol was just acting off. She was acting in a way that I've never seen her act before. And I never thought that she'd act this way, because I always looked at her like this kind of elegant and classy woman. So I don't know what happened here. So the three of them get on Sophia's boats. They drink champagne, they're having fun, and they all arrive at Bamboo Beach House. So when Sophia and her friends arrive at the beach house, right, I sort of started noticing something about Carol. Carol looked like she was tipsy.
Oh, look at our double toe.
From the way she was walking, I just noticed, and I'm wondering, like, honestly, I will just confess, this whole episode, Carol was just acting off. I've never seen her. All her actions were just new. Like, as it just made me look at her in a new light, like, oh, you can do that. She appeared tipsy to me. So maybe she was not tipsy, I don't know. She appeared tipsy. And they got there. Dabuta was there to welcome them. They saw the welcome poster with their pictures on it. And like when they came and they're doing, oh, this is my picture, it's really beautiful. I was like, you guys just killed it. Like there's no fun in it now. The fact that three of you are praising this effort is no fun. You already made us like lose it. Personally, you already made me lose interest. Like it didn't seem exciting, or to me it didn't seem exciting like the way it was supposed to be. So when Sophia showed her room, Sophia said that she's paced. She doesn't like the room because of the kitchen, because of the view. What. She was just talking and all that. And I just like the fact that Dabuta was just quiet.
I hate my room.
No, I think it was Miriam who made that comment. You can share a room with me. Yes, it was Miriam that made that comment. But you can share a room with me. Lauren in the diary room said that
If I was the one that Dabota gave that room to, I would have walked away. It's not, I have a home and I can afford beach houses if I want. I can afford as many as I want to. So I don't need to be where I am not well taken care of. I'll walk away.
Carol was just saying something. Like I said, I didn't understand Carol in this episode. Carol's behavior to me here has sort of shifted. And I don't know why, but I guess it will be explained later on. And it was that comment that Carol made that also made me feel like there has been some sort of arrangements between Carol, Sophia, and Mariam, right, to go after Dabuta. That's just that sole statement that Carol made. Because you know why? In that episode where Carol goes to meet Dabuta in her house, in the previous, I think it's episode 3 or so, where Carol goes to meet Dabuta in her house and they all discuss. I remember Carol telling Dabuta that I've always got your back. And then now she's coming here to say, if I was Sophie and Dabuta gave me that room, I would leave because it's an insult. And so that doesn't sound like a comment that you make or a comment that you give for someone that you claim you have their back. So I kind of sort of like felt like there was some sort of arrangements behind the scenes to attack Dabuta. At this point, that's what I felt. But I might not be right, but that's how I felt. I might not. So while Caroline and Mariam were like celebrating their rooms and all, just hear Sophia in the background just keep repeating, I hate my room, like it was going too much. She was saying it a lot. And I was like, girl, please, like, suck it up, I beg. You don't like it, fine. Yeah, you guys are just supposed to stay here for 2 days. Just suck it up. But she kept repeating it, like singing it like a nursery rhyme, like, why? And then again, Carol does that thing that kind of shocks me. Like it was like that talking at that point was uncalled for. I don't understand what was going on. And I didn't understand, like I said, Caroline's behavior has shifted. That's another thing I saw that made me to think that way. Mariam goes to Diadem's room, right, to discuss what they had said on the phone, during the phone call. And in the diary room...
So I want to go and check up on Dad because that noise that she was noising over the phone, and I need to go and check up on her mental health, but you're all right.
I'm like, why? Where is this coming from? Like, where is all this coming from? It was just really, really confusing. And it was this statement that Mariam made that made me to think that, oh, that means that Bota is not the only person that has been planned against. Diadem is also included. Because honestly, I don't see anything wrong with what Diadem said. I don't see anything wrong with her being angry. After drying her in the swamp for like 3 hours, of course she's going to react. She's a human. So saying that you want to check on her mental health, like, what do you mean by that? Anyway, when Mariam meets Diadem in her room, she doesn't tell her about mental health physically, but she now explains to Diadem that her husband was planning to travel back to the US, and if it was up to him, he wouldn't have let her to come on that trip that day. She was thinking maybe she'd come the next day, but she just tried her best to see how she could manage the two situations. So anyway, while they are discussing, Laura comes up, and Mariam said she actually thought Laura was actually there, and she thought Laura came with Dabuta and Diadem said no, and Diadem explained she didn't have Laura's number. She'd have called her to know what had happened. But I forgot this part, like where Diadem and Dabuta were both sitting waiting for the ladies, and Diadem said she didn't have her number. I remember Diadem specifically saying that she'd reached out to Laura on Instagram through her DM, right? So I guess she did that, but maybe Laura hadn't gotten back to her. But anyway, Diadem doesn't repeat this here. She just says she didn't have Laura's number, if not she would have called her. And in the discussion, Mariam says, I know the two of them, that's Dabuta and Laura, they don't really. And then Diadem was explaining that she doesn't think the situation is that Dabuta doesn't like Laura. She thinks that the situation is that they just want to be cordial with each other, and there's no need for them to pursue a friendship. Of which, again, I understand. Like seriously, if Dabuta doesn't want to be Laura's friend, it's okay. Like friendship shouldn't be forced, right? So the ladies had to meet for a bonfire, and then Mariam tells Diadem that she likes to have a little bit of rest before she joins them later. So after that, the next thing is the bonfire, right? So the first people to arrive at the bonfire is Diadem and Dabuta. So they sit there, they're waiting for the other ladies, and Diadem then starts to tell story. Dabuta then starts to tell Diadem that when the ladies came and she saw them, the way they acted really happy and appreciative of the board of pictures that she made, it made her anger to kind of like dissipate. It was at this point that Diadem in the diary room then states that she felt like the group was already divided at this point. because of the fact that Carol, Mariam, and Sophia decided to come together on Sophia's boat, and Joshi and Dabuta decided to came on Dabuta's boat, right? So that's what makes her to feel like the group is divided, and I agree with her as well. Me as a viewer watching it, I also see that the group is divided. Sophia and Carol come to the bonfire next, and Sophia sits beside Dadem, and Carol sits beside Dabuta. And then Sophia in the diary room says that the energy that she was getting from that bonfire was hostile energy, and I'm like, is hostile not really a strong word? So then they mentioned that you guys kept us waiting. And Carol was really one that apologized. Oh, we are so sorry. And Sophia didn't say a thing. Like for someone who just said now that the environment was hostile, Carol apologized. You didn't. That's why watching the episode for the second time. Let me hold that. So Dabuta then says, she didn't meet Sophia in the previous episode. Sophia then tells Dabuta that, Carol, she knows, like Carol has been a long time social media friend. That she met Dadem at her event. This is prior to shooting this Real Housewives of Lagos. And, she says, and so we are cool, right?
And I met Dadem at her event.
Yeah.
And we were cool, right?
Yeah, of course we are. We are. She looked like she was like, we're cool, right?
Yeah, in Lagos, you have to be
You have to be sure, honestly.
The question comes off as, I'm kind of like surprised, like, why are you asking if you're cool? From what I'm saying is, I don't know. Let me hold that thought. Let me just continue. So it was at this point that Miriam walks in, and then Dabuta comes to express her annoyance. She says she was offended with the fact that she had provided the boats, and then the ladies went ahead to take another boat to come to the beach house, right? So she says she was offended. And then Sophia commented,
I didn't go to a boat, I have a boat, so.
Okay. Like, after making that comment, I was like, okay, we know, but like, that's not the point. So Sophia then starts to explain to Dabuta that, she decided to just take her boat to come to Bible Beach House because, it's stressful for her to travel from Banana Island to Lekki to meet them there before she takes their boat. And, since she already has her jetty downstairs, she just decided to just take it and stuff. Like, explaining such, like, I don't know. Sophia just comes off as she was doing it intentionally. That's what I'll say. For me, being a viewer watching it, I can see that she was just purposely trying to provoke Dabuta. At this point, I just think it's not necessary. I think it's like, okay, let me just comment here. I think it's a little bit too early for Sophia to be bringing drama, right? Like, there have been 4 episodes before now, and you're the newest member. You don't have any business doing drama. These people have been here since episode 1. They haven't been doing drama. They haven't been throwing shit. Why is it you, the newcomer, that's bringing it? That's what I just thought. After she explained everything, Dabuta just says, okay, that's fine. And Dabuta just decides to continue with the night. Sophia then rolls her eyes.
That's that.
In this condescending manner, like, and Sophia is then talking about why she rolls her eyes in the diary room, and honestly, whatever she said in the diary didn't make any sense to me.
I roll my eyes when she says it's fine because it comes off as very dismissive right after she attacked me. I felt very attacked.
Watching what had happened, whatever she said was not excuse enough. It didn't make any sense. Dabuta also states what she thinks about Sophia at this point in the diary room as well.
This lady just walks into my party and begins to rant about things that are unnecessary. And I'm thinking, wow, this girl is ill-mannered, uncultured, uncouth, toxic, highly disrespectful, and really, really, really insecure. This is a troubled girl. This is not a girl's girl.
And then Carol in the diary room also says that she noticed that there's this kind of like secret competition among some of the ladies. Like, that's what she can see. Do you know what is annoying in this episode? What's annoying about this episode? Like, they all have these thoughts in their mind, but nobody's actually saying it to the other person personally. They are now throwing the shades, and like most of the gist in this episode is in the diary room. Like, woman up and say it to their face. I don't think it's just, will I say it's unnecessary, it's childish at this point. Like, you already have so many things to say, and then you're saying it in the diary room, you're saying it in the diary room, because it's here now. Let's hear. If you know you want to cause drama, if you know you want to begin drama, why don't you say it to the person's face? Right? After Carol mentions that she senses competition among some of the ladies, at this point, that comment made me feel like, Carol, you know a lot. I just wish you can spill it now. But I guess now is not the right time for her to spill. And I know a time will be coming when she's going to say all these things, but I already know Carol knows a lot that is going on at this point, but she's not ready to say anything yet, either to them or to us, the viewers. Right? Every comment that Mariam was making about them in the diary room, I just felt like Mariam just wanted to have a clash with them. Plain and simple, because most of those things that she was saying, like I said, it was just so unnecessary. There was no need saying all that, and I wonder why she wasn't saying it to Dadem's face as well. And Sophia was also complaining about Dadem in the diary room. Look, my dear, they were just complaining about each other in the diary room. Like, you guys should man up and face yourselves. It was not necessary. Anyway, this is where this episode ends. And my thought is the way Sophia is coming off. Like, you're just the newest cast and you want to like start showing yourself and start showing your queen of drama. I feel like she, Dadem, and No, Sophia has had an issue with Dadem and Dabuta in the past, and I feel like she's now happy that they're on the same platform, and she wants to use this platform to sort of seek some sort of revenge or be even with them or something. Because honestly, I don't understand where all this is coming from. And then saying that Mariam is in a group with Sophie and Caroline. Um, what I just think about is that Mariam is at it again. Because I remember, there's something about Mariam. If you've been following this Real Housewives on season 1, Mariam is this kind of person that wants to belong to a clique so bad. Mariam wants to belong to a clique so bad, and it's so obvious. Like from season 1, Mariam was in a clique with Toyin. Season 2, she then changed. She was in a clique with Iyabo, and then here she is now trying to be in a clique with Sophia and Carol. Like, Mariam, just stay on your own at this point. Just stay. I thought she had learned her lessons from the former seasons, from the previous seasons rather, but it's like she hasn't. And the thing with Mariam is that when she wants to be in a clique, she be in a clique, but in the end, like, the clique doesn't even recognize her in the end. She'll be doing so much for the clique, and they don't just count her as anything. Mariam, just learn. Stay out of it. Don't be in a group. It's not good for you. Then another thing I think is I think Miriam is trying to go for Dadem. No, I think Miriam and Sophie are trying to go for Dadem because they kind of perceive Dadem like she's a gentle person, and she'll be the person that they can pick on easily. That's the thing about being gentle. I'm saying this out of my own personal experience. If you're the kind of person that's gentle, that doesn't talk much, you like being on your own, people seem to mistake it to mean that you are weak, you can't do anything, and so they can act anyhow around you. But let me tell you something. If you see someone that is gentle and always minding their business, the best advice I give you is just leave them alone. Because if you go there and you look for their trouble and they give it to you back, you will not believe that such a person can do such a thing. I'm telling you out of personal experience. So that's what I think. Because the other is this person that's always saying, "Oh, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm chill." They are thinking maybe what they can just do anything to actually take it. I'm warning them. Just stay away from that. That's the best advice. Stay away from gentle people. Act normal around them. Another thing again that another thought that I'm having is the friendship between Sophie and Carol at this point. I think it's kind of forced, probably because of this program, and it's kind of fake. And why am I saying it? Because Sophie and Carol they're now acting like besties, lovey-dovey, close to each other. But before this program, before this series, you guys stayed in the same estates and you never met each other. So where is this new friendship coming from? I don't understand. But anyway, then again, so many things happen off camera that we do not see. So maybe off camera now they've clicked. I don't know. But to me, watching it's false and it's fake. I'm also thinking either Sophie or Miriam have planned a sort of gang up against Dabuta and Dadem at this point. That's how it looks to me. Or maybe something else off camera, but that's how it looks to me. It has been planned before they even got to this place. It has even been planned before they were supposed to take the boat trip. That's how I see it. Anyway, overall, this episode 5, I'll just say, left this very sour taste in my mouth. I didn't like it. I don't like where it's going. It feels kind of different from when they all started, and I don't like it, honestly. Disappointed, I was irritated. So that's that about this review. See you in the next one. Bye.
Mariam is calling, and at this time, I'm already getting irritated. I'm trying my best not to express my frustration.